What's up YouTube, your Arjun here. In last two videos we have talked about 20 ICAO articles. Today we are going to discuss 10 more articles. So let's start. Article 21. Report of registrations. Each contracting state undertakes to supply to any other contracting state or to the International Civil Aviation Organization, on demand, information concerning the registration and ownership of any particular aircraft registered in that state. In addition, each contracting state shall furnish reports to the International Civil Aviation Organization, under such regulations as the latter may prescribe, giving such pertinent data as can be made available concerning the ownership and control of aircraft registered in that state and habitually engaged in international air navigation. The data thus obtained by the International Civil Aviation Organization shall be made available by it on request to the other contracting states. Article 22. Facilitation of formalities. Each contracting state agrees to adopt all practicable measures, through the issuance of special regulations or otherwise, to facilitate and expedite navigation by aircraft between the territories of contracting states, and to prevent unnecessary delays to aircraft, crews, passengers and cargo, especially in the administration of the laws relating to immigration, quarantine, customs and clearance. Article 23. Customs and immigration procedures. Each contracting state undertakes, so far as it may find practicable, to establish customs and immigration procedures affecting international air navigation in accordance with the practices which may be established or recommended from time to time, pursuant to this convention. Nothing in this convention shall be construed as preventing the establishment of customs-free airports. Article 24. Customs duty. Aircraft on a flight to, from, or across the territory of another contracting state shall be admitted temporarily free of duty, subject to the customs regulations of the state. Fuel, lubricating oils, spare parts, regular equipment and aircraft stores on board an aircraft of a contracting state, on arrival in the territory of another contracting state and retained on board on leaving the territory of that state shall be exempt from customs duty, inspection fees or similar national or local duties and charges. This exemption shall not apply to any quantities or articles unloaded, except in accordance with the customs regulations of the state, which may require that they shall be kept under custom. Spare parts and equipment imported into the territory of a contracting state for incorporation in or use on an aircraft of another contracting state engaged in international air navigation shall be admitted free of customs duty, subject to compliance with the regulations of the state concerned, which may provide that the articles shall be kept under customs supervision and control. Article 25. Aircraft in distress. Each contracting state undertakes to provide such measures of assistance to aircraft in distress in its territory as it may find practicable, and to permit, subject to control by its own authorities, the owners of the aircraft or authorities of the state in which the aircraft is registered to provide such measures of assistance as may be necessitated by the circumstances. Each contracting state, when undertaking search for missing aircraft, will collaborate in coordinated measures which may be recommended from time to time pursuant to this convention. Article 26. Investigation of accidents. In the event of an accident to an aircraft of a contracting state occurring in the territory of another contracting state, and involving death or serious injury, or indicating serious technical defect in the aircraft or air navigation facilities, the state in which the accident occurs will institute an inquiry into the circumstances of the accident, in accordance, so far as its laws permit, with the procedure which may be recommended by the International Civil Aviation Organization. The state in which the aircraft is registered shall be given the opportunity to appoint observers to be present at the inquiry, and the state holding the inquiry shall communicate the report and findings in the matter to that state. Article 27. Exemption from seizure on patent claims. While engaged in international air navigation, any authorized entry of aircraft of a contracting state into the territory of another contracting state or authorized transit across the territory of such state with or without landings shall not entail any seizure or detention of the aircraft or any claim against the owner or operator thereof or any other interference therewith by or on behalf of such state or any person therein, on the ground that the construction, mechanism, parts, accessories or operation of the aircraft is an infringement of any patent, design, or model duly granted or registered in the state whose territory is entered by the aircraft, it being agreed that no deposit of security in connection with the foregoing exemption from seizure or detention of the aircraft shall in any case be required in the state entered by such aircraft. The provisions of paragraph A of this article shall also be applicable to the storage of spare parts and spare equipment for the aircraft and the right to use and install the same in the repair of an aircraft of a contracting state in the territory of any other contracting state. provided that any patented part or equipment so stored shall not be sold or distributed internally and or exported commercially from the contracting state entered by the aircraft. The benefits of this article shall apply only to such states, parties to this convention, as either 1. Are parties to the International Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property and to any amendments thereof, or 2. Have enacted patent laws which recognize and give adequate protection to inventions made by the nationals of the other states parties to this convention. Article 28. Air Navigation Facilities and Standard Systems. Each contracting state undertakes, so far as it may find practicable, to provide, in its territory, airports, radio services, meteorological services and other air navigation facilities to facilitate international air navigation, in accordance with the standards and practices recommended or established from time to time, pursuant to this convention. Adopt and put into operation the appropriate standard systems of communications procedure, codes, markings, signals, lighting and other operational practices and rules which may be recommended or established from time to time, pursuant to this convention. Collaborate in international measures to secure the publication of aeronautical maps and charts in accordance with standards which may be recommended or established from time to time, pursuant to this convention. Article 29. Documents carried in aircraft. Every aircraft of a contracting state, engaged in international navigation, shall carry the following documents in conformity with the conditions prescribed in this convention: its certificate of registration, its certificate of airworthiness, the appropriate licenses for each member of the crew, its journey log book, if it is equipped with radio apparatus, the aircraft radio station license. If it carries passengers, a list of their names and places of embarkation and destination. If it carries cargo, a manifest and detailed declarations of the cargo. Article 30. Aircraft radio equipment. Aircraft of each contracting state may, in or over the territory of other contracting states, carry radio transmitting apparatus only if a license to install and operate such apparatus has been issued by the appropriate authorities of the state in which the aircraft is registered. The use of radio transmitting apparatus in the territory of the contracting state whose territory is flown over shall be in accordance with the regulations prescribed by that state. Radio transmitting apparatus may be used only by members of the flight crew who are provided with a special license for the purpose, issued by the appropriate authorities of the state in which the air registered.